Look, there is no federal solution.
Whoa! Holy mackerel.
220,000 Americans dead. If you hear nothing else I say tonight, hear this. Anyone who's responsible for not taking control, in fact, not saying I take no responsibility initially, anyone who's responsible for that many deaths should not remain as President of the United States of America. It's his ineptitude that caused the country to have to shut down in large part. Why businesses have gone under, why schools are closed, why so many people have lost their living, and why they're concerned. If we just wore these masks, the president's own advisors have told him, we could save 100,000 lives.
When you're in the middle of an outbreak, wearing a mask might make people feel a little bit better, and it might even block a droplet, but it's not providing the perfect protection that people think that it is. And often there are unintended consequences. People keep fiddling with the mask and they keep touching their face. When you think masks, you should think of healthcare providers needing them and people who are ill. The people who, when you look at the films of foreign countries and you see 85% of the people wearing masks, that's fine. That's fine. I'm not against it. If you want to do it, that's fine.
Dr. Fauci called for a mask mandate last week. This isn't a political statement like those ugly folks over there beeping the horns. These guys are not very polite, but they're like Trump.
Yes, Mr. President, I'll listen to the scientists and I'll empower them.
So if they get up and criticize science, nobody's going to know what they're talking about. But if they get up and really aim their bullets at Tony Fauci, well, people could recognize there's a person there, there's a face, there's a voice you can recognize, you see him on television. So it's easy to criticize. But they're really criticizing science because I represent science. And if you're attacking me, you're really attacking science. I mean, everybody knows that.
A lot of what you're seeing as attacks on me, quite frankly, are attacks on science. Because all of the things that I have spoken about consistently from the very beginning have been fundamentally based on science. So if you are trying to, get at me as a public health official and a scientist, you're really attacking not only Dr. Anthony Fauci, you're attacking science. And anybody that looks at what's going on clearly sees that. You have to be asleep not to see that.
You have to be asleep not to figure that one out.
That is what's going on. Science and the truth are being attacked.
And I'm going to be saving lives, and they're going to be lying. I have to laugh at that.
I'm not going to shut down the economy. I'm not going to shut down the country, but I'm going to shut down the virus. I'm going to shut down the virus.
I'm going to shut down the virus. What I would say is I'm going to shut down the virus, not the country. And so, folks, I will take care of this. I will end this. I will make sure we have a plan.
Now that you're president and you're saying there's nothing we can do to change the trajectory of the pandemic in the next several months, what happened to 2 months ago when you were talking declaratively about I am going to shut down the virus?
Well, I'm going to shut down the virus, but I never said I'd do it in 2 months. I said it took a long time to get here. It's going to take a long time to beat it. You ready? Look, there is no federal solution.
There is no federal solution.
I mean it. I know it's hard. Over these past few months, it's been so much pain, so much suffering, so much loss in America. More than 225,000 people dead. 225,000. The estimates are, if we'd acted responsibly, there'd be 160,000 fewer dead than there are today. Because of COVID-19, we're now past the 9 million mark of people infected. More than 16,000 16,000 people in Florida have been lost. And millions of people are out of work, on the edge. They can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. It's like that old bad joke of my generation. It's a freight train, because that's what happens if he stays in office. Donald Trump has given up. Over the weekend, the White House Chief of Staff said, and I'm quoting, "We're not going to control the pandemic." It's obvious he's not. At the debate last week with Trump, he said, we're rounding the corner. It's going away. We're learning to live with it. Remember what I told him? He's asking us to learn to die with it. That's what's happening. Donald Trump has waved the white flag, abandoned our families, and surrendered to this virus. But the American people never give up. We never give in. And we surely don't cower. And neither will I. Donald Trump just had a super spreader event here again. They're spending more than just coronavirus. He's spreading division and discord. We need a president who's going to bring us together, not pull us apart. I'll put in plan a place to deal with this pandemic responsibly, bringing the country together around testing, tracing, masking. Leading doctors in America, including Trump's own CDC director and Dr. Fauci last week, said that if we just wore a mask between now and the end of the year, we'd save 100,000 lives. Folks, that's not a political statement. It's a patriotic duty, for God's sake. But still, Donald Trump refuses to listen to science. And we shouldn't be politicizing the race for a vaccine. I'm going to shut down the virus.
With that, I'm going to turn it back over to Jeff, and I understand you guys may have some questions. Jeff?
Good. I think we're going to clear the press first.